Good evening. The Governor of Sarawak, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, received 2 courtesy calls at the Astana Negeri Sarawak on Tuesday, following 1 courtesy call on Monday. Today, he received a courtesy call from the Lan Brambeh Anak Sarawak LBAS 2025 Main Committee, which presented an official invitation to him and his wife, Tuan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi, to grace the LBAS 2025 Gala Dinner this Saturday, which will be held at the Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Centre, MITEC, Kuala Lumpur. The second visit was from the Sarawak Ulama Association, which introduced the organization's background and presented various educational, proselytization, and welfare initiatives carried out for the benefit of the Muslim community in Sarawak. The third courtesy call involved a delegation from the Sarawak Regatta Kuching Waterfront 2025 Committee. The delegation was led by the Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, who is also the Minister for Youth, Sport and Entrepreneur Development of Sarawak, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah. The purpose of this visit was to invite Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi and his wife to attend several main events, which are scheduled to take place early this November. The Sarawak 13th Malaysia Plan 13MP will be driven through 10 high-level strategies, each designed to focus resources and partnerships on the areas of greatest impact. According to Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari, Tun Datuk Abang Openg, the 13th Malaysia Plan 2026 to 2030 will focus on accelerating delivery, deepening transformation, and empowering greater private sector participation. First is to accelerate the clean energy transition by establishing an energy regulator, building the Sarawak Hydrogen Hub, and strengthening power generation, transmission, and storage capacity. Sarawak also will develop and attract strategic industries through strong partnerships, robust local supply chains, and SME capacity building.
3, we will increase investor confidence and private sector participation by improving governance, streamlining regulation, and strengthening public-private partnership frameworks. Key infrastructure and utility policies will be reviewed to ensure consistency with our energy transition and sustainability goals.
He unveiled these initiatives during the launch of the Sarawak 13th Malaysia Plan 2026 to 2030 at the Sarawak Economic Conference 2025 on Monday. Fourth, Sarawak will optimize land use for agriculture, industrial and urban development, unlocking underutilized land for productive use while preserving environmental sustainability. Fifth is to build a high-quality living environment and inclusive society by investing in regional medical hubs, family well-being programs, and initiatives such as Sarawak Women Work and the Sarawak Family First Initiative. Sarawak will attract and retain talent through targeted incentives and programs such as the Sarawak Employment Package, SPAC, elevating the educators and regional youth centers. Sarawak will also enhance safety, security, and disaster preparedness through technology-driven monitoring, resilient infrastructure, and improved local authority readiness. The state will also engage in climate action, integrate ESG, and advance in circular economy through the creation of a Sarawak Climate Change Centre and a climate finance facility to support high-tech, sustainability-focused investments. Meanwhile, Sarawak will protect and sustainably manage natural resources by implementing nature-based carbon projects and strengthening community-based forest management. Lastly, Sarawak will create a strong and resilient Bumiputra business community, empowering entrepreneurs through access to finance, upskilling, and partnerships, ensuring that Bumiputra participation continues to grow alongside Sarawak's expanding economy. At the same event, the Sarawak Premier said Sarawak's 13th MP will continue to focus on accelerating delivery, deepening transformation, and empowering greater private sector participation. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said Sarawak will leverage its natural capital and comparative advantages combined with the latest technologies and skilled manpower to drive more high-value downstream industries, expand green investments and create inclusive opportunities.
Through these strategic efforts, we aim to double the size of our economy, as you know, from 148.2, roughly 1.9 billion ringgit in 2024 to 282 billion ringgit by 2030, with a median monthly household income targeted at 15,000 ringgit, reflecting our collective determination to uplift the living standards of all Sarawakians.
He added that with stronger and more dynamic private sector will be central to this growth, expanding capacity, boosting productivity, creating jobs, enhancing competitiveness, and attracting both domestic and foreign investments. Sarawak has introduced a new policy, State-Owned Companies SOEs, which will be presented in the 2026 state budget at the Sarawak Legislative Assembly Dun sitting next November. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said the policy would consolidate and preserve state assets under a stronger governance framework, ensuring that SOEs operate in line with commercial discipline, social responsibility and long-term sustainability.
Guided by this policy, our SOEs are being reshaped to deliver with excellence, discipline and purpose, balancing commercial success with public service. Institutional and governance reform is essential to realizing this vision. Guided by the World Bank, good governance ensures that every investment and policy decision is anchored in integrity, transparency, and accountability.
In line with this goal, he stressed that Sarawak will adopt a corporate governance code for SOEs, setting new standards for transparency and ethics. Sarawak's focus is now shifting from strategic planning to implementation of policies to be implemented under the 13MP, which is now the region's strategic compass for the next 5 years. Sarawak Secretary Dato' Amap Muhammad Abu Bakar Mazuki said the 13MP requires sound governance, disciplined implementation and dedication from all parties, including the Sarawak Civil Service SCS. In this regard, he said the SCS would remain committed to implementing the 13MP with excellence, integrity and responsibility, with a focus on implementation, delivery and results that ensure the benefits of development are felt in every corner of Sarawak.
We will focus on execution, delivery and result, ensuring that the benefit of development reach every corner of Sarawak. We will continue to collaborate and work as a team with the private sectors, investors, communities, forging partners that drive innovation, strengthen competitiveness and promote inclusive growth.
According to Dato' Amma Muhammad Abu Bakar, the 13MP requires the 3R principles, namely revisit, rethink and recharge, to reassess lessons learned, refine strategies for greater impact and renew Sarawak's spirit towards Vision 2030. Sarawak Energy remains committed to sustainable hydropower development as the backbone of Sarawak's generation mix, supporting the state's effort to provide reliable, affordable and renewable energy. According to a statement, this commitment was highlighted during the presentation of the International Hydropower Association IHA Blue Planet Prize 2025 awarded to the Bakun Hydroelectric Plant HEP to the Sarawak Premier on 21st October 2025. The award was presented by Sarawak Energy Group CEO Datuk Sharbini Suhaili, witnessed by Minister of Utility and Telecommunication Datuk Sri Julahi Narawi and Deputy Minister of Utilities Sarawak Energy and Petros and Chairman of Sarawak Energy Datuk Ibrahim Baki. Sarawak Energy received the IHA Blue Planet Prize on 9th September 2025 in Paris, France, during the International Forum on Pumped Storage Hydropower. The IHA Blue Planet Prize is awarded to hydropower projects that demonstrate outstanding sustainability performance based on an independent assessment using the Hydropower Sustainability Standard, which evaluates good practice across all topics and requires evidence of triangulation through corporate policies, on-the-ground implementation, documentation, and public consultation. The certification was accorded following an independent assessment by the Hydropower Sustainability Alliance, which highlighted Bakun HEP's strengths in areas including community engagement, biodiversity conservation, climate resilience, and governance. The Sarawak government, through the Unit for Other Religions, UNIFOR, has disbursed 35.77 million ringgit in funds to 107 multi-religious houses of worship projects throughout the state under the second phase of the Funds Assistance for Houses of Worships of Other Religions 2025. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugah Embas said the disbursement of funds was part of the overall allocation of 90 million ringgit provided by the Sarawak government for this year as proof of the state government's continued commitment in ensuring inclusive and comprehensive development.
To date, we have distributed ringgit Malaysia 35.77 million out of 90 million allocation under Phase 1 and Phase 2, benefiting 171 project. Mananya masih ada baki yang kita akan akhirkan has to be distributed within.
He said this during the presentation ceremony of checks for second phase of the Funds Assistance for Houses of Worships of Other Religions 2025 at the main hall of the UNIFOR complex here on Tuesday. He added that the state government, through UNIFOR, is now strengthening the monitoring mechanism to ensure that each fund is used prudently and in accordance to the set guidelines. He informed that the state government has also channeled 20 million ringgit for the upgrading of missionary schools throughout Sarawak, in line with the government's effort to strengthen religious and community education infrastructure. And that's the English edition with me, Melinda Peter. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. We end tonight's UKAS Bulletin with the launch of Sarawak's 13th MP in Kuching on Monday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.